Hi, everyone. I hope you're well. Israel attacked Iran last night, an act of self-defense in response to its, I think, entirely justifiable concern that Iran was about to become a nuclear power with hostile intentions towards Israel. I support this action because Israel exists to defend Jews and the Jewish people, and that's what every state has an obligation to do, which is to defend its citizens. I profound gratitude, as I've said many times to you, that if you compare Jewish life today with 100 years ago, you wouldn't switch, meaning we are freer, we are more prosperous, we are safer, we are better able to defend ourselves, both in the sovereign Jewish state of Israel, but also here as citizens of the United States. I know that many of us don't feel that way right now because of the uptick in anti-Semitism, but it is still the case that we need to be defending ourselves vigorously using the freedom that we have here in the United States. One final thought, which is really taken from this week's Torah portion, which is that Moses is very conscious in this portion that there is complaining in his community. And in turn, that's leading him to experience a certain sense of what I think we would really call, in effect, at least the beginnings of burnout as a leader. You know, I'm dealing with God, I'm dealing with this community, and they don't take to my direction very well. And thank you so much for sticking me with this thankless job. And of course, in probably the most famous line of the Torah portion, he hopes that all of the people, all of the Israelite people, would become prophets, so that God's Spirit would really act on them. In other words, that they would be a much tighter community. What I think he's saying there, which I think is refreshing in a leader, is that yes, on some level he is venting about how hard it is to be a leader, what a thankless job it can be. But I think on a deeper level, I think what he's really hoping for is a kind of a radical egalitarianism where everybody's the same. Meaning he doesn't want to be a despot. He doesn't want to be a tyrant. He doesn't want to be an elite. He wants to be leading a community of equals. And in that sense, I think he gets a profound lesson of what it means to be a leader, which is that it doesn't really make you special. The job is a special job, but it doesn't make you special. And your sense of what that job entails should not include satisfying your ego needs. It's really just about doing the job. And the hope that a community contains many people who could do the job, meaning leadership, not for ego's sake, not for power's sake, but leadership for the sake of getting a job done. What matters to Moses is God's Spirit, Israel's commitment to the mission. So I hope that leaders in the United States and in Israel will make their leadership not a test of how people validate them and their own needs, but really getting the job done. Shabbat Shalom.